Fear, it's the shadow lurking in your mind, whispering lies, holding you back, and convincing you that safety lies in inaction. It binds you with unseen chains, whispering that taking the leap isn't worth it, and that you're safer remaining where you are. But let me tell you something. Those chains, they're an illusion. Fear isn't there to protect you. It's there to test you. And the real question isn't whether you'll face fear. It's whether you'll let it rule your life. You've allowed fear to control you for far too long, conforming to its demands and confining yourself within the limits it has imposed. But that ends now. Today you choose to break free. Fear is a master manipulator, persuading you that failure is irreversible, pain is intolerable, and rejection will break you. Yet every moment you surrender, every second you hesitate, you allow fear to tighten its grip and grow even more powerful. It feeds on your inaction, thrives on your self-doubt, and multiplies every time you tell yourself, I can't. Fear is not some external force. It's a parasite that survives only because you allow it to. And here's the harsh truth. It will never go away. Fear will always be there, but it's up to you to decide whether it's your master or your fuel. Fear isn't your adversary. It's a compass. It points to the limits of your comfort zone, marking where safety ends and growth begins. Each time you encounter fear, it signals that you're on the brink of transformation, standing at the threshold of your true potential. Most people turn back at that point, retreating into the familiar, the safe, the predictable. But safety is a lie. The comfort zone isn't where dreams live. It's where they die. Success, greatness, freedom, they exist outside that line, in the territory fear is trying to keep you from entering. Think about the opportunities you've missed because of fear, the risks you didn't take, the chances you let slip away because the voice in your head said, what if you fail? Failure is fear's favorite weapon. But here's the truth about failure. It's not a dead end. It's a stepping stone. Every failure contains a lesson, a blueprint for how to do better, a challenge to rise again. True failure lies in not making an effort at all. The only way to genuinely fail is to remain bound by fear and allow it to control the course of your life. Fear hides the truth that while pain is fleeting, regret lasts a lifetime. The discomfort of trying, stumbling, or falling fades with time, but the regret of not acting stays with you, haunting your soul with reminders of missed opportunities. Each what if becomes another link in the chain that binds you. Every excuse is another link in the chain. And the longer you wait, the heavier those chains become. So what do? You fight. You fight fear with action. Fear hates movement because every step forward weakens its grip. Begin with small steps if needed, but make sure to begin. Taking action is the cure for fear. Each time you act, you prove fear wrong. You prove to yourself that you're stronger, braver, and more capable than fear wants you to believe. And as you move, something incredible happens. Fear shrinks. It diminishes in strength, shrinking steadily until it's reduced to a faint murmur in the background. But don't mistake me. Fear will never disappear entirely. It will always be present, hiding in the shadows, waiting for a crack in your resolve. And that's a good thing, because fear keeps you sharp. It keeps you alert. It reminds you that what you're doing matters. If you feel fear, it means you're alive, you're growing, you're pushing beyond your limits. Fear is not the enemy, it's your ally. Use it as fuel. Let it propel you forward instead of holding you back. The chains of fear aren't indestructible. They're fragile, breakable, and only as strong as the power you give them. Each act of courage, no matter how small, weakens those chains. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, every time you take a risk, every time you face a challenge head-on, you chip away at fear's hold on you. And eventually you'll look back and realize the chains have vanished. But here's the truth. No one is coming to free you from those chains. No one will deliver courage to you on a silver platter. This is your fight, your battle, your moment. You have to be the one to stand up, to decide that enough is enough, to take that first step. It's not going to be easy. It's going to hurt. You're going to stumble. But every stumble is progress. Every fall is forward motion. So what's it going to be? Will you let fear continue to control you? Or will you take control of your life? Will you stay chained? Or will you break free? The choice is yours. And it's a choice you make every single day. Fear will always be there, but so will courage. You simply need to choose which voice you're going to follow. Life is fleeting, far too fleeting to let fear control your choices, too short to remain confined when you were destined to fly. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. Don't wait for the fear to go away. It won't. The time to act is now. The time to break the chains of fear is today. So stand up, take a deep breath, and take that first step. You are stronger than you think, braver than you believe, and more capable than fear wants you to know. The chains are already cracking. All you have to do is pull.